Jams, jams, jams. Picture books and jams. Welcome, everybody, to PBJamz. Music and picture books, what a perfect sandwich. Squish them all together, what a yummy snack. PBJamz, yummy books and music. PBJamz, reading, writing, teaching. PBJamz, what a yummy treat. Jamming PBs all the time. PBJamz.
Good morning or afternoon or evening or whenever it is you're joining us for PBJamz. You'll notice things look a little different today because I don't have a guest with me, and I have a great lineup, and I've got almost the whole year lined up. I've got a few people I'm still scheduling, and I'm super excited about all the great books that I'm bringing your way, and we're going to share and talk about and have interviews about for this year. But this 2-week period just happened to be open, and I was planning some lessons for my students last week maybe, and I've run across this before, but I hadn't really delved into this particular resource that I am sharing with you today. So I just want to do a little quick overview with you to show you some of the ways that you can utilize this resource, and then I'll chat a minute at the end about the giveaway for this 2 weeks episode, since it's a little bit different. So what you're looking at right now on my screen is the Cleveland Orchestra, and this orchestra that meets at Severance Hall, man, they're just phenomenal. And one of the great things about them is that they have really invested some time and resources in creating amazing resources for teachers, and not just for music teachers. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how authors could use this too, to kind of help brainstorm or kind of survey the market of music and picture books, since that's what we're all about at PBJamz. So without any further ado, let me just kind of take a walk here. So this is their website. You can see clevelandorchestra.com, and down at the bottom there's a lot of menu items, but down at the bottom on the home site is, let me just take you there. Let me just go. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the home page. And so if you go to engage and then you go to learning resources, hopefully it's going to take me back to this. Okay, well, now it's not taking me there, but okay, so it was just popping out, but that's what it looks like at the bottom of the page. It's engage and then down to learning resources. And when you get there, what you're going to see is all of these amazing resources, and you can just scroll down through here. And so it'll divide it up in a few different ways. It'll divide it up by series. And you'll see here for ages, there's what is an orchestra. Here's choose your instrument. Here is story time, which is the place we're going to spend some time talking today. Here's musical storytelling. It says for all ages. And then there's music explorers for the younger music students. And then again, for all ages. And it'll kind of give you a little blurb about what's going on. So this one, Music Explorers, I've used with my students last week to introduce them to the percussion section of the orchestra. We're doing a unit right now in my first and second grade classes on the orchestra and the families of the orchestra. And so they have quite a few. The only one I'm using of this one is the percussion, because the others break it down by instrument, and I don't really have time to delve into specific instruments. But I did use the percussion one, which was a great introduction to the percussion section of the orchestra. And so there's lots of resources here, again, for all ages. There's even some adult stuff here. So for those of you who are musicians in my audience, I mean, I'm looking to come back and take a look at some of these as well, just for myself. So you can look at them by series, which is how those are designed, but then also you can break it up by age and by grade. And so if you're specifically, preschool, then you can look into the early childhood or elementary school, ages 6 to 11, middle school and high school. There's some fabulous resources there for you. And then adult learners, for those of us there. And then down here, there's a lesson library. And so what you can do here, I want to click on a couple of these and let you see the range and what is available here. So remember I said not just for music teachers, because check this out. Here's lesson plans for language arts and social studies and mathematics and theater and science. And of course, music is threading its way through all of these. So you can click on any grade level or any subject that you would like to. And then also you can look down here, and it'll show you by topic or by book. And so for our purposes, since we're specifically talking about picture books and jams, you'll see quite a few here that are related to books. And if you scroll across them, it'll tell you here's the grade, the concepts, the subjects, and what you're going to need, and the length of the lesson. Same thing here for grade 1. And so you can just catch that information just by scrolling. Right. And so here's one on, instruments and active listening, which I think all our students need, measured music. So integrating science in, and so anyway, there's all these really cool, here's one about the weather. Here's, Peter and the Wolf, which a lot of music teachers use. And you'll notice here there's like 34 different lessons that you can pull from. A lot of my music teacher friends are always looking for sub plans and needing to leave emergency sub plans. You could pull these, print these, put the book with it, put the worksheet or whatever comes with it, and you've got your emergency sub tub ready to go. But also for yourself as you're planning for lessons. And again, not just music teachers here in this section, but all sorts of things are available to you. So let me just take you into Max Found Two Sticks. This is a book I did for a performance a couple of years ago. And so if you know this book, Max, the main character, finds two sticks, and he uses them as drumsticks to play on a bunch of different things. And you'll see those here in this lesson plan. And so this particular one is doing rhythm. So great for a music teacher, primary music teacher. So he finds branches. And so they talk about the rhythm bucket. He plays on hat boxes, and then eventually he gets his own drumsticks at the end, spoiler alert, garbage cans, soda bottles. And so talking about the rhythm. And so that's the basic main concept. You'll see over here the fine art standards, but also you'll see language arts standards. So you could certainly extend this in the language arts classroom to talk about some of those concepts as well. So that's how those are set up. Lots of great, let's just take a quick look at another one. This one is math, grade 1, the Very Hungry Caterpillar. I haven't looked at this one yet. So 25 to 30 minutes, interpreting data, developing musical skills in counting and rhythm. So you've got some instruments there that you're using for each day of the week. And again, there's the materials and the setup that you need, connections to the fine art standards. Here's also the connections to the mathematics standards. So again, you're delving into not just music, although certainly that's the focus. This is the orchestra's website, but there's tons of resources there for you. And you can search again by grade level, by subject, or any of those. So if I back up then to so that was the lesson library. You'll notice even down here, There's some year-round resources, coloring pages, instrument family charts, score cover stories, and things like that. So many good things. There's some concert information down here. And again, you get back to this main menu where you can, take a look at all those things. But I want to back up to the top here. I want to just delve into this right here, because this is what drew me here for PBJamz. And these are all on YouTube, you'll notice. So if you're in a school that does not allow YouTube, then I think they're all connected there. So you'll have to find a workaround. It may not work for you if that's the case. But these are orchestra members who are reading these stories, and that's all they do. They simply read the story. So if any of these books appeal to you, but you don't have them in your library, then this is a great way to share those books with your students anyway. And the nice thing is that there's like music in the background. And so I would really encourage you, I'm going to link all these up below in the link section. I would really encourage you to just kind of take a look at this. And for the author friends that are joining me today, I just want you to think about, like, we're all the time, reading picture books to make our own picture books better. And so if you take a look at these and you think about, the picture book elements, right? But also, if you're interested, like I am, in integrating music into your picture books, then this is a really great place to go. I think there are 12 here. And of course, there's other ones on YouTube as well, and tons more picture books out there. But these are nice because they're all music related, and in the background, they're putting music. They're visually really stunning. Most of them have really nice backgrounds, and then some of the story illustrations have some animation. So they're just really, really well done. They're engaging for your kids if you're wanting to use them with students, but just for yourself, if you are wanting to take a look at some music related picture books, and a lot of these are relatively recent, at least, but at any rate, it gives you an idea of how to weave musical elements in, and gives you a chance to hear what they sound like read aloud with some background music and those sorts of things. So all this is going to be linked up below. So I want to just make sure that you have everything you need to be able. Oh, hang on a second. I think I need to back up here. Everything that you need. The musical storytelling might be another place that authors as well as teachers, and it says for all ages. So I think we all would enjoy that. Let's just dig into that for just a quick second and see. So it looks like that's maybe the only one of those. So beautiful music. So certainly dig into that. Also, I wanted to, so there's some other things up here that are about the orchestra and the instruments. So if that's something you're digging into in your music class, again, that would be a great place for you to go. So there's just tons of great resources here that I just wanted to make you aware of and give you an opportunity. So we'll stop sharing here for a second. I've kind of just giving you a very brief overview of what that looks like and what those resources that are available to you. And so for the giveaway for these 2 weeks, by the way, our birthday's coming up. My personal birthday, which I share with PBJamz because I started last year on my birthday. So our birthday is coming up, and I have some great folks coming up. We're going to be sharing the story of Dolly Parton coming up, and I have some fiction books. I have a Caribbean. There's so many. I love the variety, and sometimes it ends up kind of getting stacked. I have quite a few picture book biographies coming up kind of back to back. But then just a couple of weeks ago, we had Tim McKenna and Barnyard Boogie, which was a board book and a picture book that's just a rollicking rhyme, so much fun. So I love the variety that I'm able to bring you on PBJamz, and I've got more variety coming up for this year. And so we'll be starting our second year toward the end of this month. So that's super exciting. But for this episode, for these 2 weeks here at the beginning of February, I thought here's what I would do. If you have, I'm going to draw, right? So I'm going to draw 2 names, and you need to tell me in the comments if you have a music related picture book manuscript, or if you are not an author, if you're a teacher or just an interested party, a friend or whatever. I'm going to offer one of those 12 books that are on Cleveland Orchestra's read aloud list on YouTube. So you can choose one of those books and I will purchase it and have it sent to you. Or you may choose, if you're an author, you may choose a picture book manuscript critique. It has to have a musical connection. Yeah. So, because it is PBJamz after all. So if you could, in the comments, when you leave me a comment, just let me know. I have a music related manuscript. I'd like the critique. And because I'm going to put them in separate drawings. So I make sure that I get somebody that has a manuscript, and then somebody that does not have a manuscript will win the book. So if you have a manuscript, but you'd rather have the book, just let me know which one you want to do. And that's going to determine where I put you in the drawing. So I'm going to do 2 separate drawings, one for manuscript, a picture book, a PBJamz critique on a music related picture book, or I will purchase one of the Cleveland Orchestra read aloud books. And that way you'll have it in your hands and you can kind of look at it and compare and kind of get a great idea for that. So that is the little video portion for this week's PBJamz. I'm going to link up a bunch of stuff related to those books and the resources that are available at the Cleveland Orchestra site. I'll link up their YouTube page. All that's going to be linked up below. So it's going to look a little different this week and next week. There won't be a specific book highlighted, and so it's going to look a little different, but I'm going to link up all these amazing resources. So many good things available there at the Cleveland Orchestra website. So I hope that you will enjoy checking out that site, whether you are an author or a teacher or just somebody who has kids at home as a family, or if you're just a friend and you're checking things out. There's some amazing stuff over there if you are a music lover, a reader, or a writer. So check out the Cleveland Orchestra. And thanks for joining me for another unique episode of PBJamz. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, keep the music playing.
Books and bookish songs, tips for music teachers, interviews and book reviews, a little singing and dancing. PBJamz, yummy books and music. PBJamz, reading, writing, teaching. PBJamz, what a yummy treat, jamming PBs all the time. PBJamz, jams, 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 picture books and jams. We'll see you next time for